welcome to the Roller Skate podcast. We're so excited to have you here to talk about Roller Jam, the new HBO Max show.
I'm Estrogen or Michelle Stylen from Moxi Roller Skates.
I'm Jamma Flower.
I'm Elise or Big Booty.
And I'm Sydney and I work here at So first I wanted to ask you guys, how much experience do you each have with dance skating?
I have a lot of dance experience, I think. I mean, nothing formal. I've taken classes actually. I love the downtown and know lots of variations, and I've been going to Skate Love Barcelona since the second one in I think 2014. So I've been to almost 11 Skate Love Barcelonas. And yeah, I like to skate at the roller rink. So I guess I have a decent amount of dancing experience.
Yes, so I did dance in high school. I loved to perform dance routines. And then I never really did any dance skating on skates because the rink that I grew up going to, it was more speed skating. So I didn't pick that up until after COVID. And I had been to one Skate Love, and that was super fun. I like to pick things up when I can and groove, in Venice and pick up dance moves there. And I loved always watching Michelle do the hurricane. So that was one dance move I always wanted to try, and I can do it a little bit now. So I just like to pick them up here and there.
Yeah, I don't really have any dance experience on skates. Growing up, I probably did all-star cheerleading and danced for 12 years. But then when I picked up skating, I fell so in love with the skate park that I never really danced in the rink in my town. You're not allowed to dance in. So I didn't really test out anything until maybe 2 years ago. And it was just picking up small things from the locals in New York at the rink. But it was always just something fun to do on a Friday night. But I never really, took it seriously.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I definitely think of all of y'all as park skaters. So how did it happen that you got cast on this roller jam show? And how does one even get cast on a roller skate reality show? So
all I remember is Michelle texting us randomly in a group chat I just got this call for this TV show, who wants to do it with me? And I was like, I'll do it. But we had no idea what it was really. We kind of understood that it was about roller skating and some sort of competition, but that it was maybe gonna be park skating too. We seemed very confused, but we were might as well do it roller skating. If there's anything roller skating, we all have to be there.
Originally, it was me, Spicy Ivy, and Elise. So there was a different member. And then we put together a demo reel at my house. Elise and I have a lot of experience with choreography because I was a cheerleader for I don't know, age 6 to through college, as long as I could be a cheerleader. Me and Elise were both cheerleaders. And then, so we've done a lot of choreography. And then Ivy had never done any choreo, but she's just little and daredevilish and wanted to be tossed and thrown around. And then we had our friend Tara, who's a professional dance choreographer, help us choreograph a routine. And we came up with a team name because we didn't want to be a Moxi dance team, because I have some personal experience failing on game shows, which we can talk about that later. But Ivy, after we got picked for the show, Ivy had another sponsor that didn't want her to do the show. So she had to pull out. And then we were who are we going to replace Ivy with? And how did we think of Jam?
I just remember us being in a panic mode. We're like, who is crazy enough to do this show? Like, they don't even have to dance. They just have to be like wild and match the vibe. And I was like scrolling through like all the people I follow on Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, we have to ask Jam because she's perfect for TV. Like, she has this like huge smile and like awesome personality. And like, as soon as I asked her, I was like, this girl's perfect. And she was so down. It was awesome.
I was like,
It
oh my
was.
gosh, I want to do it. Like,
Did you know Jamelin before that, Elise? Because I think I asked her. Like, I think you picked her and I asked her, but did you guys know each other before?
I had
yeah.
met Jam like maybe once or twice at like podcasts, but she's so like all over the place that I never like got to spend any time with her. So like the first day that I showed up in Long Beach when we were like rehearsing and stuff, I was like, I've never had a full conversation with Jam. And like the second we started talking, I was like, thank God, she's awesome. This show's gonna be so fun.
No,
Yeah, Jamelin was perfect. Like, the three of us had so much fun. We were very bubbly. We were very not serious about it the whole time. We were more or less going for the spin-off show. No, we just really showed up to have a good time. We didn't really go there to compete. It was really fun.
yeah, you were there to make friends, not to win necessarily.
Yeah, and we did. We met the raddest people ever. Like, I had no idea that there were that many. Like, I didn't know I met so many new friends from so many different corners of the country. It was really cool.
That's so awesome. Was there like a lot of team bonding like around New Orleans, like where it was filmed? And like what was that like being in, that city is so fun, like any cool places you skated?
What was it like, Jam?
Oh my gosh, there was so much team bonding. Like every night, it was so fun. All of us, like a huge group of us, because no one had really gotten eliminated yet, we would all walk to dinner together. And people would just keep joining in. They would see us having dinner, and then we would have to ask the server, like, hey, can you add another table? Can you add another, chairs? And we would there was so much and so much team bonding between us too. We'd just go out shopping and go get coffee, and we were just constantly having fun, constantly together, everyone. It was amazing.
Oh, that's so awesome. Any like memorable places that you guys ate? I mean, I know New Orleans is like so known for food too.
Cafe Du Monde with the beignets. It was so good.
I definitely ate my fair share of seafood. I stayed away from the crayfish because I think those are gross.
We tried
Gumbo.
crocodile.
Oh, we tried crocodile.
We all ate the crocodile sandwich.
Oh, that's right. I remember. And we hung out with Jazz. But they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, we hung out with our friends in New Orleans, like ramp skaters, and there was like a super good DIY skate park that we skated in our off time. Yeah, we definitely did a lot of outside skating too. Jam like got us kicked out of so many hotels. She got us kicked out of everywhere. I don't know if you know, but Jamelin refuses to wear shoes in public. So we like just doesn't have shoes. Like, I don't even know. Remember, oh my God, Elise, when we were saying goodbye to her in the airport and the flight attendant was like kicking her off the plane because she didn't have shoes. She was like trying to get on the plane with the roller skates on. Like, everywhere we went, I just like, I was a little frustrated, which made me feel like an old man because I remember like, being so like, I don't know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed in the beginning of skating, like especially like during roller derby in my early 20s and just like always wearing my skates, never taking them off. But Jamelin really takes it to the 10th power. Like, she doesn't have shoes. She is willing to get kicked out of anywhere. She will try to walk on the planes, on the buses, in the hotels, into Ubers. one Uber, like we had to sit in the back of the pickup truck because she had skates on. It was just like, she's so funny.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I didn't know that that was a thing when I first got picked up by her in Long Beach. And she got out of the car because I was staying at Michelle's apartment. She got out of the car and was like in her skates already. And I was like, whoa, that was so fast. How did you put them on that fast? And she's like, oh, I didn't bring shoes to LA. And like, she was like driving in her skates. And then like, we got out, we went to the coffee shop, and then we like went to the park, and like, she's like walking Lilo through the grass in her skates. I was like, what is wrong with this girl? She's crazy.
You don't realize it, like how serious it is.
Oh my God, she has them on right now.
Until you start getting kicked out of places, and then you're like, dude, like, where's your shoes? It's like, it's so funny. She's really funny. She's the best. She's so fun. In the hospital, right? We went to the hospital. Did you know we went to the hospital, Sydney?
I don't
No
I don't
spoilers.
know about that. No spoilers. Okay, we'll have to watch to see why, but that sounds very crazy.
But skates on at the hospital for sure.
At the hospital. Wow. Did the nurses like it at least? Like, were they entertained by it?
I don't think they were. I actually think they made me take them off at the hospital.
They
Yeah,
probably said it's gotta come off.
Especially because the injury was due to skating. They were like, yeah, you got to take them off.
Let's try not to spoil the show some more, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No more
we.
spoilers.
Michelle, it's
No,
all
let's try to
you.
spoil it.
You are
Come on, I
always
love
spoiling the
to
show.
spoil it.
Stop
Okay,
spoiling it. They're
like-
not gonna watch it.
all the teams are really professional, but we rock. We're like the only rocker team. We end up
Yeah.
skating. We skate to like a 90s rock song, and it's really funny.
We definitely tried to lean into it. Like we were like, let's just go have fun, kind of laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't go in and take it seriously, especially when it's not like your thing. Like none of us are dancers to that extent. And we were like, if you take it seriously, it gets embarrassing.
For a moment, I lost myself to the dance. At the very end of the episode, you will see we have to like basically. And
Michelle, you cannot spoil any more of this.
I'm
You
not
are
spoiling
spoiling-
it. It's really embarrassing. I'll just tell you that. It's pretty embarrassing. I take it really seriously for a minute, and I have no idea what I look like, and it's embarrassing.
Do you
I
think
think you look
when
great.
it comes out, will you guys tune in and watch? Are you guys going to any like premiere or like hosting anything yet?
If there's a premiere party, we will be at it.
Yeah.
They told
All
us
of
there
them.
would be one. And in September, we start teasing it, the show. And I believe in November is when it will air, but that's still TBD. But we have like, we made real friends. I mean, there are skaters in there that are, like, oh my God, there's this one skater that is just freaking mind blowing. LaRon.
Ron. Yeah, LaRon.
Ron.
This skater is incredible. Like I didn't even see him on Instagram before the show. And then when I looked him up, I was just like, oh my God, there's nobody in the world that skates like this guy. He's amazing. He's so good. His whole team, I was rooting for his whole team the whole time. Once you get eliminated, it's like, you know, you're sent to the island to never return. And nobody's allowed to talk about it afterwards. So we have no idea who won or
Mhm.
like what the outcome of the show was. There was some pretty funny behind the scenes stuff that I hope we can talk about like after the show airs. So maybe we can do like a follow-up podcast. Yeah, there were some funny things that happened, but we made some really great friends and we still connect. Like we have a big DM thread on Instagram where we still like update each other and plan to skate with each other every time we're in town.
That's so cool. You have now like this like network of skaters. Like, I mean, you already did, which is like crazy to say, but there's like an added, you know, layer to it now. The Roller Jam crew.
Almost all of them are like really professional dancers, like with some technical experience, whether it was like figure skating or voguing or what else?
Breaking too.
Yeah, breakdancing. We were like cheerleaders on wheels.
Cheerleaders on wheels, trying really hard to be punk rock.
How many times did you have to practice your routine, like in total, do you think?
I don't think we stopped practicing from the second that we finished choreographing it.
Like even in the hotel, we were like doing all of our moves. Like we were constantly running through it so we couldn't forget it. But then like we only had 2 shots. There was a camera test. No, there was the judging test, which like, so you do it full out first and for the judges, and then there was a camera test. So you do it for the camera. Yeah. We didn't pull it off perfectly, I'll tell you that.
I think we did our best. I don't think there's a world that we did it any better than we put it out there. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, we did our best. But I definitely did the same thing I did the last time I was on TV.
What happened the last time you were on TV?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like when I go to do my backflip, my legs just turn to tree trunks and I just can't do it. Hopefully the cameras didn't pick it up, but there's probably a good chance that it's going to be very embarrassing. And that's okay. Live and learn, and you live and learn again.
None of us are above getting embarrassed on television. I think this is prime time for all of us. We all just went and had fun. And it doesn't matter if you get embarrassed.
Did you mess up at all, Elise? Did you mess up at all?
No, I didn't mess up a single thing in that dance.
Incredible, because
I did it perfectly.
Yeah. Jam, did you mess up?
oh yeah, I messed up. My lights were too, and so I hope that the cameras also didn't pick that up as well. Elise, considering what happened to you the night before, pretty flawless, I would say. I mean, that was incredible what you did.
Even if I messed it up, I don't remember.
Elise does the coolest move.
Yeah.
She did like something really, really rad. I'm really proud of her.
Cannot wait to see. Like I mean, I remember seeing, I think it might have been the demo that you did with Ivy, like on Instagram, and like wondering like, what is this for? Like this is so like freaking cool and amazing. So I really can't wait to watch and like see all the skaters too.
Yeah, Sydney, they told us there was going to be a ramp. Tell them about the ramp.
The ramp was so awesome. It was a 1.5 foot tall bank. And they said, we put a ramp up there for you guys. And I don't even think we touched it.
We like, our audition tape is us like backflipping and doing fakey aerials and grinding on like this mini ramp. And then we get to the set and they're like, yeah, be sure to use the ramp. And we're like, ramp? What ramp?
That's so funny. Is there anything else that you can like share that won't spoil anything, like things that went wrong behind the scenes? Or
I know, how do you say you were on Roller Jam without saying you were on Roller Jam?
I feel like everything that was playing in my head before we went to New Orleans that could have gone wrong just happened. And I was like, the whole time I was like, oh my God, what do we do now? What do we do? And then like, I think the three of us like hit a point where we were like, what can you do? Just keep going, I guess.
yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll do the dance. What could go wrong?
So in true reality show like fashion, maybe we can expect some drama, you know, behind the scenes at least.
Oh, the most amount of drama came from our team. I mean, it wasn't like drama like catty,
Right.
Girls Gone Wild, we don't get along drama. It was like girls going into the freaking ambulance and we're on our way to the hospital.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have like Real Housewives drama, but we definitely stole the show with us thinking that we could do all of it and get away with doing it on TV and not messing any of it up. But you know, whatever gets you airtime.
Yeah. It's gonna make the edit, that's for sure.
Oh, it's definitely in there.
One of the coolest things about the show, though, is like who's on the show. Like the judges are like, we met the coolest like celebrity judges, the coolest celebrity music acts, the coolest celebrity hosts. Like they really did an amazing job at like representing roller skating. They had on the teleprompter, they like Jordan Sparks is the host, and she teaches everybody about roller skating, like roller skating history. They did such a good job of representing roller skating's culture. It was really freaking cool. It was awesome. And then like the judges are just like so relevant and really cool. It was like really fun.
Yeah, I remember walking in and everyone was like, Jordan Sparks is the host. Like they couldn't get anybody better. And I, being like the 2001 baby, was like, Jordan Sparks. And like literally lost my mind. Like I went to go see her in Waitress like 4 years ago. And like I was such a fan. Clearly not in my element of like acting cool. But
Yeah, and when you
yeah.
told her that, she was so flattered. Like Jordan and Elise became like best friends. And she was so flattered. Like she really was like so happy when you told her that. What is Waitress? Is it like a Broadway musical?
Yeah, it's a musical on Broadway.
Yeah, it's such a good one. I can't believe you saw her. That's like I'm like geeking out now. I was like, that's so cool.
Right. Right. I literally went to go for one of my classes in school and like I remember I booked the ticket and I was like, I wonder who like is like the lead. And I like looked it up, I was like, no way. And when I told her about it, she was like, did I come to the stage door? And I was like, no. And she felt so bad. And I was like, it's okay because this is like the comeback story, you know? Like I really waited out there for you. But now you're like here, the hosting the show. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was
thank
meant
you,
to
be
be.
besties.
Yeah, you were supposed
Yeah,
to meet her there. Exactly.
exactly. Exactly.
Are there any favorite memories or like final things you want to share about this experience?
I'm so happy that we did it. And for anyone that's watching, if you ever have an opportunity like this to like really go outside of your comfort zone with a couple of friends that you really trust and get creative, like I highly encourage it. Like even if you're eating shit on TV, being sent to the hospital, and like walking away with just an experience, it was so worth it. Like I'm so excited and looking forward to the show airing and like watching all my friends just like totally kill it and put all of their talent on the line, and like for America to see roller skating the way that it really should be represented. It's just like it was such an exciting, awesome thing to be a part of. And I just really want to encourage people to sign up and go for it if you get the chance to, because I have no regrets.
For me, just kind of what Estro was saying, the whole experience was just once in a lifetime. I think just saying yes to opportunities and going for it, the whole thing was a dream. Just going out to New Orleans, I've never been out there, and getting to skate, on a set, on a beautiful, you'll see on the show. I mean, it was a dream come true. 70s, I don't know if I could say that, but just the whole set, the whole thing, meeting new people.
The whole thing, like from the second that Esther texted me with like this like casting or whatever and was like, yeah, let's just try to get on the show. Like it'd be like entertaining or fun at least. And like from the second that she texted me that, I was like, oh my God, I really hope this happens. And then they casted us and we like invited Jam on, and I'm like, these are two of my favorite skaters and my favorite people on the planet. So I was so stoked. And like, yeah, like rehearsing in LA and then like flying to New Orleans and hanging out with everybody. And like, yeah, the whole experience. And like I graduated from film school and like a year ago, and in my head I'm like, I want to work on these sets and stuff. But getting to be on the opposite side for my first show to work on is like the craziest thing ever. And it was so surreal, and like I'm so excited to see it because they put so much good effort into it. Like they really serve roller skating right, and I'm so excited to see everybody again and to watch it because I think it's going to be awesome.
Thank you guys so much for like sharing with me today. And I really like know that everyone's gonna be so stoked to watch. And do you want to remind people where to watch and like when it's coming out?
So Roller Jam is going to be out on HBO Max and Magnolia Network, probably in November. Exact date to be determined. Yeah.
Motley Hotshotts on the show.
Did we ever say that? Okay.
No, just now we
Oh.
did. Like
Yeah.
everyone has a group team name. Like to do the show, everyone had to have a group team name. We didn't do Moxi because there's so many different skaters that represent Moxi that we didn't want like everyone to think that whatever we put out there was gonna be all that Moxi was. So we came up with a new little app, and that was the Motley Hotshots. So we have a similar cheer, and it goes a little something like this.
So cute. All right, thanks, y'all. We'll catch you guys on the next podcast episode. Hopefully, we can catch up once the show is out.